Been a long time since I saw this screen. Welcome to another video on this channel. This time I will be playing as the Sultanate of Egypt and I will be trying to kick the Ottomans out of the Middle East and establish Egyptian hegemony over the Middle East. So let's head in. Alright. Egypt. We start with 4 national spirits. First, we have agrarian economy, increasing our consumer goods factories by 10%, reducing production efficiency cap by 20%, and reducing factory output by 10%. Then we have illiterate populace, which reduces our political power gain by 25%, which is massive, also reducing our research speed by 20%, which is also a big debuff. Then we have inexperienced military, reducing our division organization by 5%, our division attack and defense by 10%, and our planning speed by 10%. And lastly, we have land-owning elites, giving us plus 0.1 daily political power, but reducing our resource gain efficiency by 5%, and increasing our consumer goods factories by 5%, and reducing stability by 3%. And we start with the empowered legislature as our second in command. Now let's have a look at our focus tree, which is quite big. Right here is the entire industrial branch of our focus tree. Here's some political stuff. Right here is foreign policy mostly. And right here is army, navy and air force. Right now we cannot take any focus, so we have to wait. Our army is not really that big, but we will expand it. So let's put them right here and train them to level 3. This will probably be my main research stuff that I will research. And this will be my production for now. I hope I can build more mills later. Speaking of mills, I will probably just build mills. Let's also get steel for now. And this will be all for now. Black Monday hits Egypt. May God save us. And now we can begin Black Monday recovery. Finally a focus. We also gained the Black Monday national spirit, reducing our construction speed by 20%, reducing our production efficiency cap by 10%, and reducing our factory output by 20%. So after begin Black Monday recovery, we shall now try and get rid of Black Monday with these focuses up here. The death of Sultan Fuad I. The Sultan is dead. Long live the Sultan. And now we've gained Farouk I as our new Sultan. Let us get a economic reformer now. So a conflict between Najd and Hazar and Jabal Shammah has started. So let us send some volunteers over there. The 1936 general election. I shall choose the Watani party. And right now we are killing some units that have risen up down here. So now let's head north and try to capitulate them. Now we finally dealt with Black Monday. So now let's do Farouk's reforms. And they've capitulated. So now the Sultanate of Najd has been established, which will hopefully be an ally in the future. Now Farouk's grand reforms have started. And I will do some industrialization now. Let's now start the mobilization of our economy. So let's now do industrialization plan to modify agrarian economy into developing economy. And after that, civilian improvements. And now let's do partial mobilization. And after civilian improvements, I will now do Nile dams to get more civilian factories. And now, civilian investments. The coronation of Farouk. Long live the Sultan. Radio Free Palestine increases operations. Is it not the Caliph who has sacrificed you so he could keep his crown? And after civilian investments, I will now do modernized agriculture. Capital of Egypt, Cairo. Let's now get an education reformer. And after modernized agriculture, we shall now do military investments. The focus modernized agriculture gave us the national spirit, modernized agriculture, which increases our monthly population by plus 40%. It also increases our recruitable population by 1%, and it reduces supply consumption by 5% and consumer goods factories by 3%. Farouk's royal marriage. I shall choose Al-Bandari. Let us now secure German investments. And now we can finally do the Third Arab Congress. The Third Arab Congress sent out the invitations. Sultanate of Najd has accepted our invitation. Welcome. Also, let's get a army organization expert. Yemen sends representatives. At least they came. Iran sends a delegation. We welcome the right honorable gentleman from Tehran. Idris I arrives in Cairo. A true hero. The delegation from Syria takes the floor. We support the Syrian people. The delegation from Iraq takes the floor. To a free and Arab Iraq. Ghazi bin Faisal attends the conference. We honor the Hashemite heroes. Farouk I condemns Zionist settlers. We support the Palestinian people. Idris pleads for help. We support Idris. The Egyptian ambitions. Egypt wishes to liberate the Arab people. Egypt announces its goals. This will be interesting to say the least. Iran leaves the conference. They weren't invited anyhow. The matter of socialist support. We need all the help we can get. And also the conference draws to an end. Look at those fireworks. So now let's liberate Cyrenaica. The creation of the Cairo Pact. to a prosperous Arabia. Coup d'etat in Cairo. The Turks will pay for this. Let's now do Radio Free Palestine. Looks like we now have a new ally right here. Let us now increase resistance in the Ottoman territories. Well, looks like a war between Iran and the Ottoman Empire just broke out. And Armenia just rose up against the Ottomans. And now we shall do railroad expansion. After that, Egyptian steel. Our last advisor will be a pragmatic statesman. The Congress of Haifa opens its doors. Let us hope that a solution can be found. The Sinai question. Occupy the peninsula. And now we started a war against the Ottomans. Let's call in the Emirate of Cyrenaica. Let's also begin an advance on Ottoman territory here. Looks like the Sultanate of Night has joined our faction, so let's call them in. And also let's get some volunteers from the syndicalists. Let us start some army reforms now. Looks like the Syrians just rose up against the Ottomans. And also they joined our faction now. I will change the focus to Society for the Defense of Palestine. So our advance has been going very smoothly, and looks like Yemen just declared war on the Ottomans. Cyprus also declared independence right now, and let's now cut them off of the Hejaz area. Let's also link up with the Syrians. Now we've encircled some Ottoman units down here, let's finish them off. Also, more troops just spawned, so let's put them on the front line. And now we've captured Damascus. So now we are getting supplies again. Also, let's get Beirut. Let's rush towards Aleppo up there. If you were wondering what template I'm using right now, it's not really a good one to push, but I do not have any resources. But yeah, it's kind of working for now, so I'm just gonna use it. Looks like we managed to capture Aleppo. So let's get some more territories then. After this focus now, we can now do the army reforms. We've also encircled a Ottoman division down there. Nice. We just cut off a huge part of the Ottoman army down here now. Also a naval invasion is happening apparently, which is not great. So let's get some units out that I've been training, luckily, that will hopefully deal with this. Well, looks like the naval invasion did not matter because the Ottomans just capitulated. The Treaty of Antalya. Support the Syrian regime. The status of Syria. Syria shall be our partner. The Iraqi Declaration of Independence. Congratulations. Looks like we can put our army back now. And we've won against the Ottomans. And Saudi Arabia has just been formed. Let us now host the 4th Arab Congress. Yemen accepts our offer. Tripolitania accepts our offer. The Syrian Republic accepts our offer. Saudi Arabia accepts our offer. The Emirate of Cyrenaica accepts our offer. And Iraq refuses our offer. So let's start with Fund the Economic and Social Council. We also now gained the member of the League of Arab States. This gives us plus 0.1 daily political power gain and factory output plus 10%. The nations that join get the same national spirit. And after that, we shall now maybe begin some reforms here. Governorship reform. Elected governors. Judicial reform. Government oversight. And land reform. We shall redistribute the land. Bureaucracy reform. Appointed ministers. Legal reforms. Let us choose French law. Education reforms. Islamic identity. And royal dietarian reform. Keep the status quo. Religious reforms. Egypt is an Islamic nation. Literacy program. Focus on programs for Egyptian Arabic. And now Finnish reforms. We also now unlocked Egyptian reforms, which will deal with the illiterate populace. So as you can see, this will take a lot of time. 240 days to get rid of a small amount of the debuff. Minister of Knowledge appointment. Appointed the Islamist. Tax reforms. Let's do land tax. The new Egypt. Egypt shall be brought into a modern age. And now we can do constitutional monarchy. Tripolitania applies for the Cairo Pact. Welcome to the Pact. Liberal Egypt. Long live the Sultan, long live Egypt. Let us now do the Nile Proclamation. Dividing Ethiopia. Let them feud among themselves. So let us end the rivalry by declaring war on Ethiopia. Also, let's send our army down there to deal with them. And we've just declared war through the focus. So let's continue some economic reforms. Also start advancing forward. I've also changed the template to this now. I'm gonna micro some units right now because I want some key points very quickly so that I can easily capitulate them. And Ethiopia just capitulated. So yeah, that's the territory I took mostly, I guess. I'm gonna put an army around here now, just in case Sudan decides to revolt, because I did get some events about that. And I created some puppets down here now. Our first literacy improvement just went through. Time for the second one. An offer of friendship from the Albanians. Send a word to our new friends. And I just found out that Syria left Cairo Pact. And Sudan declares independence. We shall defend Egypt. I was kinda expecting that to happen, so let's quickly deal with that. South Sudanese tribes refuse to join the revolt. Together we shall put down the traitors. And yep, that's the revolt. Egyptian victory. Long live Egypt. Making us regain the course down here. Handling the rebels. Let us be merciful. Let us now do decolonization of the Maghreb. And also ally with Somalia. And we've declared war on the French. Let's first call in those guys. Do they have any supply ups nearby? Yes, up there. So I might just try and get that as quickly as possible. And for the rest of our army, just casually push in there. The general elections of 1941. I shall choose the Liberal Constitutional Party. Coup in Triple Litania. They're apparently now national populists. Meaning I could probably annex them. Yep, I can annex them. Let's also do the last improvement of our literacy. So I circuit some allied troops that have annoyed me up here, man. Couldn't push because of them, so I'm now gonna kill them. Goodbye. Encircle some more troops, so let's kill them. Great. The French have already lost almost 300,000 troops because of me, and I've lost some troops also. Hey, completion of the Cape to Cairo Railway. How generous of them. Iraq wants to join our faction. Welcome to the club. Now we can try and get rid of our bad army modifier. And Algiers has fallen. How much? 75% capitulation. Let's quickly move to their states there. And maybe we can capitulate them then. And those troops here are now encircled. They have no way of getting any supplies anywhere or anything. And the Kingdom of France just capitulated. Let's annex them completely and also get their navy. I'm still at war with the Entente members. I hope I get a separate peace with them. Entente sues for peace. We accept the offer. Great. The fate of Malta. Let's give Malta to the British, because why not? And the fate of Corsica. Let's give it to France, because I've been getting their aluminium for my planes. And let's liberate all African nations and make the game lag immensely, because that's the best thing about Africa. Just releasing all those nations to make the game laggier. Isn't this what you all want? But yeah, this will probably be the end of this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!